Good morning, YouTube. It's a beautiful, blustery autumn morning, about 20 past 11 on Friday the 22nd of October. And apart from the fact that the wind's blowing a gale, it's a really nice day so far. Now I'm out on the bike today because I've got a little bit of a treat in store. Made a few phone calls just recently to Eddie's Motorcycles in Shipley, and they are a Royal Enfield dealership. And today, in about half an hour or so, I have a test ride and review booked on the new Royal Enfield 350 Meteor. Got a nice black one all lined up for me to try, and I'm really looking forward to it. Should be a great load of fun. We're at Eddie's Motorcycles here in Shipley. Cracking looking bikes in here. Let's go in and have a look. Hi there. So which particular model is this? This is the Stella, right. Yeah, I've got the test ride book for around about, well, now-ish. So here it is, the Royal Enfield Meteor. This is the Stella model. Oh, it looks very nice. I've got her for an hour, so let's take it out for a spin and see what we think. Okay, so first things first, this gearbox is going to take some getting used to. Heel and toe gearbox. So we'll go nice and steady. Mirrors aren't all that cracking. I could do with adjusting, but if I adjust that too much, it just flops down. So this one here at the back will have to do for now. Seat's quite comfortable. So the heel and toe gearbox is proving a little bit of a challenge because I've not used anything like that since I was about 16, 17, whatever. But it's really comfortable to ride. It's a nice bike so far. I've only been on it 5 minutes, if that. but it feels really nice so far. Let's see how it progresses. All the controls are pretty basic on the handlebars, but they do what they're supposed to. Everything works as it should. Now the heel and toe gear lever, I can either change up the gears with my heel, or if I hook it with my toe I can still do it that way, which is what I'm more used to at the minute. So either way works. Coming up into Baildon now. And it's really responsive for a 350, pulling up this hill really well. Got an idea of a place to stop on Baildon Moor here, where I can get some pretty good photographs, I hope. I have to say, so far this is a really nice bike. It's a shame the mirrors let it down. Cattle grid. Oh, that's what I was going to park. So a bit further down. I'll pull into this pulling area here. For photos, I think. Switch it off. Yeah, get the camera out, get some photographs of this now. We interrupt this programme to bring you the following news. I've got the details of the Royal Enfield Stella that I was riding, and I'll read them out to you now. These are just in the order as they come on the actual spec sheet. The weight in kilograms is 191, and I believe that's to be fully fueled. And it has a wheelbase of 1400 millimeters. Now the seat height is a very comfortable 765 millimeters, and it has a ground clearance of 170. It's a single cylinder, 349cc air and oil cooled engine, and it has an ECU controlled fuel injection system. Maximum torque is 27 Newton meters at 4000 revs per minute, and it has a maximum power of 14.87 kilowatts at 6,100 revs per minute. The bike is chain driven and has a 5-speed constant mesh gearbox. It has a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear, and the front suspension is telescopic 41mm forks with 130mm of travel. The rear suspension is twin tube emulsion shock absorber with 6-step adjustable preload. It has ABS, and the front brake is a 300mm disc with twin piston caliper, and the rear is a 270mm disc single piston caliper. Now the petrol tank holds 15 litres and it claims 101 miles to the gallon. And the instrument cluster is a digital LCD with analog speedometer. It has the Royal Enfield navigation system they call Tripper, and to use that you have to upload an app from Royal Enfield, and it will give you a point-to-point direction system, a little bit like the Beeline system that you can get nowadays anyway. The bike comes with a toolkit, a centre stand and a side stand. The various models are the Supernova, the Stella and the Fireball. That's the end of this news flash, and now back to the channel. Okay, that's the photos done. So let's ride it a little bit more. That's great, that mirror just dropped. That's not a good sign. The mirror just flopped down. Got a lovely burble to it. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but it sounds really nice. Let's have a few details it was telling me about the bike. Now, if I wanted it with a windshield, it would cost me roughly £4,000, give or take. Now, for a 350cc brand spanking new bike with a windshield, £4,000 isn't bad. Servicing, he said, first 500 miles for the interim service, and then once a year after that. Now, I'm finding that with the heel and toe gearbox, I had a few false neutrals there when I was just using my toe to go up through the gearbox, but if I use the heel, it works every time. So I'm assuming that that's probably the best option to use with this. Right, let's go find another road somewhere where I can see what it's like in just normal traffic. Pulls the way up this hill in second gear really well. A 350cc engine has got quite a lot of pep to it. It's impressive. Now next to the instrument panel there's what looks like a clock at the moment that you can see there. But if you download the Royal Enfield app, you can turn that into a sort of blow-by-blow sat-nav. It's a bit like the Beeline thing, which is a useful add-on, especially if you're going through town and you're not that sure of junctions and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to use it as a long distance sat nav, because I think I would prefer something like the TomTom. But this is really nice. It's a lovely bike. The layout of the instrument panel is really good. Easy to read. It's got a gear lever indicator. It's got a fuel tank indicator. Clock and trips. Pretty much all you need, really. You don't need much more than that. Now, one thing, I don't know if you can see this, but I've just got my toes on the floor, the ball of my toes really. Can't get my foot down flat unless I lean over slightly to one side. So it's obviously a slightly higher seat. But from what I gathered on online, you can get a lower seat option. Might be something I'd go for. This one's come fitted with a small fly screen, but there is an optional extra of a larger screen, similar to the sort of thing that I have on mine. They do just a single-sided saddlebag for this bike. I believe it's something to do with the way they ride them in India. I believe, according to what he was telling me, that the passengers on the back have a tendency to ride side saddle. But anyway, I'm sure there's an aftermarket version of something that would fit the bill. It's a lovely pokey engine. It really does have some power to it. To say it's only a 350, it really picks its skirts up and goes when you want it to. It's a lovely smooth 5-speed box. Once you get the hang of the heel and toe business, it really is very nice to drive. Looking at the way it's all put together, it's really well done. The paint looks really good. It's kind of a matte black on here, on the tank. A very nice chrome petrol top, which is key operated. And yeah, the finish on the chrome work looks really good. The finish on the paint work looks really good. And the two round instruments on the instrument panel are very retro, very nice. Yeah, I'm really finding problems to find anything wrong with this bike. The only thing so far is the occasional false neutral and that right hand mirror. Would this bike be ideal for a really long journey? Yeah, if you stick to A and B roads, why not? I would imagine it'll cruise along on the motorway at a steady sort of 50-60 miles an hour. That's not really motorway speeds, and I think you probably end up getting in the way more than anything else. So long as you stick to A and B roads, yeah, absolutely. You'd have to rig up something in the way of luggage. I'm sure there's aftermarket stuff that'll fit on it, but at the moment, as I said, there's only that single-sided saddlebag available from Royal Enfield. Or at least so I'm told. There could well be others, I don't know for sure. Would I say it's value for money? £4,000 or slightly less if you don't bother with the other windshield? Absolutely. Chugs along beautifully. There's very little in the way of vibration. I'm aware of it a little, but not much. As I say, that balancer shaft seems to be doing the trick. Would I have one? Yeah, I don't see why not. It's very flickable is this bike. Because it's so lightweight, it's fantastic. Absolutely wonderful bike. I'm really liking this machine. If I was to get one though, I'd have different mirrors put on and a slightly lower seat. Other than that, it's perfect. It really would make an excellent second bike. Right, well, as I slowly make my way back, I'd say a big thank you to Eddie's Motorcycles there in Shipley. I recommend you pop along and have a chat with them. I'm sure they'll get you a bike out for you to have a test ride on. Anyway, that's it for this test ride review. I'll sign off in the usual way by saying, look after yourselves and look after the people around you. Till next time, bye for now.